Betsy sure is crazy about Maria's leftover spaghetti.
Yeah, so I see. Is Maria still at the stove?
Yes, sir. Warming up some more of them delicious Italian victuals.
And is Granny still up in her room?
Yes, sir, sucking and pouting, 'cause there's another woman in her kitchen.
I was afraid of that. Well, I guess I gotta do what I gotta do.
La la ba-dee-da dum, bum bum ba-dee-dum. Santa Lucia, Santa Lucia. Oh, Signor Uncle Jed, buongiorno.
Same to you, I'm sure. Miss Maria, ma'am, well, first off, I want to say that we're real pleased with your victuals.
Victuals? Non capisco.
You cook good.
Ah, cook good. Grazie, grazie.
Yes, ma'am. So, what I'm about to say has got nothing to do with that. You see, it's Granny. See, this is her kitchen.
Kitchen? Grande, bellissimo.
I reckon. Well, your cooking for us while Granny was away was a real lifesaver. But now she's back, her nose is plumb out of joint.
Nose?
Yeah, out of joint. She's sulking because you're in her kitchen.
Kitchen? Grande, bellissimo.
Yes, ma'am. Well, anyway, what I want to say is, I'm awful sorry, but I'm going to have to let you go. Well, I'll see to it you get a check for a month's salary.
Salary. Si, salary. You like, huh?
Yes, ma'am,
Oh,
but...
then.
Miss Maria, ma'am, I'm just going to have to come out and say this blunt. You're fired.
Fire. Si. Hard cook, good salary. Huh?
I'm afraid what we got here is a failure to communicate. I'll have my nephew talk to you. He claims to speak Italian.
Arrivederci.
Jethro.
Where will you please come in and bring your book?
Hail, Mr. Drysdale.
Hail, Jethro. Hail? What's going on? What's this get up for?
So I can make a hit with that beautiful Italian cook.
She'll see him as the noblest Roman of them all.
Caesar?
Not yet, but he plans to hold hands with her tonight.
When will I learn to stay in my own office and keep the door closed? Oh, by the way, Jethro, how is Granny taking this? Having another cook in her kitchen.
I don't know. She ain't come out of her room since she got home.
Granny? Granny, you in there? What in the Sam Hill? What do you think you're doing?
Do I hear a voice? Is that the angel Gabriel calling me?
Granny, get up from there.
I'm ready, Gabriel. I've lived out my usefulness here on this earth. My family don't need me no more.
This is just a lot of nonsense.
I left home on an errand of mercy. And when I come back, the door was locked again me. My son-in-law, Jed, had brought home a wild young wench to take my place.
Granny,
Yes, Gabriel?
I'm Jed. Now, you get up from there and take off that dress.
No, no. You ain't gonna give this to your girlfriend. It's my funeral dress. And it was my mama's funeral dress.
Her mama?
She fell in the swamp and never got to use it.
Well, you ain't going to use it either. Now, change into something else and come on down to the kitchen.
No, Jed, no. Don't force me to watch the scandalous goings-on betwixt you and that woman.
You ain't going to watch no goings-on.
Thank you. At least I won't have to carry that disgraceful picture to my grave. I'm ready, Gabriel. Jed, do the decent thing. Send Ellie Mae and Jethro out of the house. Don't debauch the young.
Hey, Jethro, what you got there?
This here's my Italian outfit. I'm gonna wear it tonight when I step out with Senior Maria.
Hey, Listen, Jethro, could you cheer Granny up? Me and Pa ain't had no luck at all.
Heck yeah! I'm so full of the joy of love, I could cheer up a statue.
That's better. That white powder covers the rosy glow of youth. This'll have 'em bawling their eyes out.
Granny, can I come in? Oh, hi, Granny. Taking a nap, huh? Hey, you fell asleep with a flower in your hand. I put it in water for you.
Don't bother. It's just like me, old and wilted and ready to die.
Yeah, reckon you're right. Hey, you got flour all over your face. You been messing around the kitchen again? No need to do that. We got us a real cook now. Yeah. That's better. You're looking like a corpse.
I am a corpse. The flame of life is burned low. It'll go out any minute now.
Oh, you reckon that'll be before lunch?
What?
I want to tell Maria how many places to set.
You miserable monkey. You got a heart like a vulture. Get out of here.
Jethro, still waiting to have that talk.
Right after lunch, Uncle Jeb.
That's your 5th lunch. How many are you going to eat?
Well, probably not more than 6. She's getting to the bottom of the pot. Done run clean out of Capisco.
Mi scusi, voglio portare I rimanenti agli animali.
Same to you, I'm sure. Now's our chance to talk. Jethro, ain't no kitchen in the world big enough to hold 2 cooks. One of them's got to go, you understand?
Yes, sir.
Now, I don't like to hurt nobody's feelings, and Granny has been with us a lot of years, right?
Right?
She's old now, and she feels she's outlived her usefulness.
Yeah, no. She told me so.
So when it comes to choosing between Granny and Maria, there's only one choice we can make.
Pa! Pa! Granny says she don't want to live no more. Says please end her suffering. Says just cart her off in a wheelbarrow and dump her in a hole.
Well, boy, I guess that tells better than I can how desperate things is. You know what you got to do.
Yes, sir. I'll get right at it.
Get it out of here. What do you think you're doing? Get
What do you do?
Carting her out to the hole.
Put that wheelbarrow down.
Okay. You take her the rest of the way. I dug a hole under the big elm tree.
Help me to my feet, Jed. I'm gonna skin that boy alive.
Don't get mad at me, Granny. It was Uncle Jed told me to do it.
Help me to my feet, Ellie. I'm gonna load my shotgun with rock salt and take the hide off both of them.
Let's go, boy. What we got here is another failure to communicate.
And now a memo to all employees. Subject, Christmas bonus. It makes me very happy to announce that this year's Christmas bonus will be the same as last year's.
There was no Christmas bonus last year.
And it'll be the same this year, which makes me very happy.
Excuse me, Mr. Drysdale, but ain't you president of this here bank?
That's right, Jethro.
And ain't I heard you say that's just like being captain of a ship?
Exactly.
Good. Then I'm going to go fetch Maria over and you can marry us.
What did he say?
Sounded like something.
Oh, Miss Jane, would you please be my best man or bridesmaid or whatever it is and give me away?
Jethro,
I'd ask my Uncle Jed, except he's still up in the tree.
Jethro? Your Uncle Jed is up in a tree?
If somebody was chasing you with a shotgun, you'd climb a tree, too.
somebody's after Mr. Clapper with a shotgun?
Oh, don't worry. Everything will quiet down after Granny's funeral.
Granny's funeral?
Blast Uncle Jed down out of the tree. She's going gunning for Maria.
Why?
Because Maria done took over the kitchen. The whole house is in uproar. If I don't get her out, there's going to be rock salt bouncing off every wall. Oh, wish me a happy wedding. All clear.
I sure do appreciate your stopping under that tree, Miss Jane.
Glad to give help.
Excuse me if I take cover. Granny might have me in her sights, and that rock salt smart's considerable. Where's the fastest temper in the West?
She's upstairs in her room.
Good. Now fetch Maria, because Miss Jane thinks she can make peace betwixt them.
Oh, yes, sir, Pa. Maria's in the kitchen with Jethro.
This here's the suit my Uncle Jed got married in. Now it's gonna be my bridal outfit. Got the truck parked out back. We're gonna hop on that rascal, stop at the bank, get married, and then hightail it for Niagara Falls.
No capisco.
You can cook that later.
Jethro.
Excuse me. Miss Jane wants to talk to Maria.
I'll tell her in Italian. Hey, Bambino, you talk to Miss Jane a chop.
No capisco.
We'll eat later. By and by.
It sure would be nice for Granny if she'd let Miss Maria help her.
Oh, and nice for Maria, too. Unless she's employed, she'll have to go back to Italy.
Sure enough?
Yes, they told me at the agency that her family's in rather dire need. These postcards and letters are from her parents in Venice.
Oh, I'll see if she gets them. I hope it ain't bad news.
Oh, here she comes.
Good luck.
Ah, buongiorno, Maria. Mi chiamo Jane Hathaway.
Parla italiano.
Oh, solo un po'. Ne parleremo a Granny, le non del temperamento terribile, huh?
Sure hope Miss Maria gets to stay.
Well, there's one thing certain. We can't let her go home to Venice. Not right now.
Why, how come?
Well, look at that. They're having one of the worst floods I ever seen.
Gee whiz, Pa. Water's plumb up to the window.
Can't even see the front porches. That rain must have been a real gully water.
Hope she don't have to go home.
Or a girl could drown just crossing the street.
Granny has agreed to see you. Granny, accetta di vederla.
Bene.
Now, you must be pleasant and agreeable. Sia gentile e accondescente. Capito?
Si?
That is the key word. Si. In English se dice yes.
Yes.
Yes, bene. Yes to everything, huh? Granny, I should like to present Signorina Maria.
Sit down. Not you. I want to see her alone.
But Granny, in all fairness,
I'll be fair. Now, you just wait outside.
Si ricorde, è con the ship.
Never mind that foreign talk. Skedaddle. So, you're the little hussy that would like to take over my kitchen and get rid of me.
Yes,
Brazen little package, ain't you?
yes.
And I'll bet that you've got eyes for my rich son-in-law, Jed.
Yes,
You admit?
yes.
Well, this is going to be a real interesting talk.
Where's Maria?
Well, upstairs with Miss Jane.
What are you doing in my Sunday go-to-meeting duds?
Fixing to get married to Maria? I figure the wedding will take place about 2:30. Y'all are invited. Except you gotta get into some decent clothes.
You ain't about to marry Maria. Now get upstairs and get out of my good suit.
You mean you ain't gonna let me wear your bridal outfit?
Oh, I ain't. Now go do as I tell you.
But gee whiz, Uncle Jim.
Hop to it, and the next time you want to borrow something from me, you ask me first.
But gosh.
Way overdue having a long talk with that boy.
Well, why do you keep putting it off, Pa?
I reckon it's because the short ones are so distressing.
Miss Jane? Miss Jane, have you seen Maria?
She's in there with Granny.
You reckon she's asking for my hand in marriage?
I rather doubt it.
Miss Jane, would you do me a big favor?
Certainly.
Would you go into my room and pick out my best-looking tie for me?
Oh, well.
Please?
Oh, well. Very well.
So, now it comes out. Jed Clampett has asked you to marry up with him.
Yes?
didn't want me wearing your marrying clothes. You was fixing to wear them to your own wedding. What? Don't play innocent with me. I know what you've been up to, but it ain't gonna be that easy. You's gonna have to fight me for Maria.
Maria?
We's gonna settle this Roman style. I'm taking you to the Coliseum and gladiate you.
Oh, what in the world are you?
Lucky for you, they got a Coliseum right here in Los Angeles. Otherwise, I'd have to tie you on behind my chariot and drag you plumb to Rome.
You figure out what he's talking about?
No, sir, Paul.
Well, that's comforting. At least there's two of us. Jethro, where do you think you're going?
I'm going to get us some gladiating outfits. And quick as the lions is done eating the hippies, you and me is going at it. Hi, Alec. How do I look?
Well, you look like a big dumb nut.
Oh, yeah? You won't think so when you come to the Coliseum. And I go to gladiating Uncle Jed up one wall and down the other.
Huh, that's what you think. Paul's gonna whoop you good.
You reckon he could?
Heck yeah.
Listen, Ellie, come around the back and let me practice netting and gigging you, huh?
Okay. Outside.
Granny? What are you fixing to do?
I told this little gold-digging vamp that I'd give her a 50-foot running start down the driveway. Then I'm gonna come in salting her flank.
You ain't gonna do no such a thing.
Jed, come to your senses before this Jezebel makes even a bigger fool out of you.
Maria ain't no Jezebel. She's a fine, sweet, hard-working...
Now it's too late to protect her. She's done confessed.
For what?
You name it. She's confessed to it.
Granny, the girl don't know that much English.
She don't, huh? Watch this. Maria, are you after this old rooster for his money?
Yes?
You want to hear some real juicy stuff?
She don't even know what you said. She's from Italy, a place called Venice.
Well, let her go back to Venice.
She can't go back. The whole town is flooded.
Did she give you that story?
She don't even know it yet. He just come from her folks back in Italy. Never see a town so hard hit by rain.
Must have been a real trash mover.
Jane says her folks is hard up, like they can't even afford a boat.
Oh,
Granny, Maria'd be a big help to you out in the kitchen.
I don't need no help.
True. But standing over that hot stove all day has aged you beyond your years.
Think so?
Oh, allora Maria, como è andata?
Bene, penso.
Good news, Miss Jane. Granny has agreed to let Maria help her in the kitchen for a spell.
Well, it's for her own sake. If she's gonna make a living cooking, she's got to learn American dishes. Like grits and fatback and possum and collard greens. Well, your everyday average American meal.
You tasted her Italian cooking, Granny?
Only cold. Last night
I thought you was looking mighty well fed for a corpse.
well, I admit it. Last night I snuck down, snooped, snacked, and snuck back.
First I throws a net over you and drags you down. And then I puts my foot on you and looks up to the royal box to see if he gets this or this. Ready?
Ready?
Oh!
How about it, Bessie?
Hey, now wait a minute, Ellie. Hey, let's try it again. This time you take the net and I'll take the sword.
That smells good. What you cooking, Maria?
Non capisco.
You ask her, Miss Jane.
Che cosa cucina, Maria?
Oh, possum pizzaiola, fatback cacciatore, collard greens, parmesan.
I'll go fetch the young'un. Oh, Ellie Mae, Vittles is almost ready. Where's Jethro?
Oh, he's yonder.
Uncle Jed, could we please call off our gladiating?
Fine with me, boy. Come on in and have some fatback cacciatore.
Duke. I'll throw it once more. Now there, go on, boy. Go on, fetch it, fetch, fetch. F-E-C-H, fetch. You still ain't caught on, have you? All right, then watch me. Hey, watch me. See?
What you doing, boy?
Learn this old hound dog to fetch sticks.
Seems to me you've been at that about 10 years now.
Yeah, I reckon he's just too dumb.
You're just too smart.
What you mean?
What did Duke want with sticks? He ain't no beaver.
Yeah, but other dogs fetch sticks.
Well, that's their problem. Duke's got you to do it for him.
Shh, don't talk like that in front of the D.O.G.
This D.O.G. is a bloodhound. He was bred for tracking and trailing, not fetching and carrying.
Well, he's got to start at the bottom of the intelligence ladder just like me. I didn't become a 6th grade graduate overnight. Took me 12 years of hard work. Now watch.
What's Jethro doing?
Fetching a stick.
He's spending too much time around Duke. Yesterday, I caught him burying a bone.
When he goes to chasing cars, I'll speak to him.
Well, at least he don't shed.
Best come in the house now, boy, and get cleaned up.
Huh?
We're having company victuals, Splinter Lips.
Fixing something special for Lester and Earl, are you?
I'm starting out with cow cud casserole.
Starting out with? Granny, you're gonna have a hard time topping that.
You ain't heard nothing. After the casserole, I'm bringing on a steaming platter of tadpole turnovers. Then comes crackling bread, poke greens, minced maypops, goat tripe, chitlins, and baked possum stuffed with chinkapin dressing.
Granny, that is what you call real soul food.
Well, I'm doing it for the sake of Lester, so that pretty wife of his can learn country cooking.
Granny, you know, I always said there is no beating a beautiful woman that can cook.
Thank you, Jed.
Hey, Duke, look. Coming up the driveway. It's them bank robbers, Bonnie and Clyde. Hi, Duke. These bloodthirsty killers.
I still say we should have changed clothes before we came up here.
But there wasn't time, Earl.
We have to be back for more publicity pictures in an hour.
Well, we scared Jethro into the house.
Ah, he recognized us.
Sure, even Duke knows us.
Yeah, and Jethro's as smart as Duke. Pretty near.
That's Lester Fladd and Earl Scruggs.
And Gladys, Lester's wife.
How come they's dressed like that?
I probably stopped in Hollywood and bought themselves some new style clothes.
That dress that Gladys is wearing is probably the latest thing from Paris.
Gee, I hope these 1930s styles never come back. Not one man whistled at me all morning.
Who's gonna whistle at a woman with a sawed-off shotgun?
Especially when her husband has a machine gun.
I guess we ought to explain these clothes we're wearing.
Oh, we figured it out. Glad to see you so prosperous.
I'll bet that dress you're wearing must have cost Lester a fortune.
Oh, I didn't buy it, Granny. It's a borrowed dress.
And it's almost 40 years old.
I knowed Lester was careful with his money, but that's ridiculous.
Must have spent it all on that new car.
Howdy, everybody.
Hi, Ellie.
Hi, Ellie.
I seen you from my room when you drove up. I thought you was gangsters with them there guns.
Boy, are you dumb.
We're supposed to look like gangsters, Ellie, but those guns, they're just props.
Yeah, we've been taking publicity pictures for a new album.
Say, I'm not so dumb.
All right, that's enough. Come on, let's all go inside and have some company victual.
And company music.
Granny, don't go hinting right off.
Who's hinting?
Come on in, everybody, come on.
Come on to the kitchen, honey. One cooking lesson for me. And you won't have to wear that 40-year-old borrowed dress.
I think I'll change it right now, Granny. I'll meet you in the kitchen, okay?
Yeah, I'm gonna change, too. These butchers ain't got enough of give to them.
Well, I'll yell when it's ready. Come on, Jed. You can help me cull the chitlins.
Good idea, Granny. Nothing will turn on you quicker than a rancid chitlin.
Mr. Platt?
Yeah.
Hey, if you's gonna change your clothes, can I borrow your suit?
Sure.
Can I borrow your car?
Sure.
Can I borrow your...
No, she stays right here.
I mean, can I borrow your wife's dress for Ellie Mae?
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
What we gonna do, Jethro?
We's gonna fool somebody into thinking we's gangsters, just like they fooled us. Hop in.
Well, who we gonna fool?
Mr. Drysdale, down at the bank.
Was that the burglar alarm?
Yes, somebody must be attempting a robbery.
Well, they'll never get a penny from this bank. We'll fight them at the teller's windows. We'll fight them at the cashier's cage. We'll fight them in the escrow department, in the loan office, in the vault. And so bear ourselves that if the Commerce Bank lasts for 1,000 years...
Mr. Drysdale, they're too bad.
Get back to your post, you craven coward. Stand shoulder to shoulder with your brave comrades.
But Mr. Drysdale, they were all lying on the floor.
What's the guard doing?
He was doing about 30 when he left.
Then fight alone. You capture those bandits, and the entire reward is yours, $5 in cash.
Mr. Drysdale, they've got guns.
All right, I'll make it $7.50.
Mr. Drysdale, they're coming up the hall. They're headed right for this office.
They shall not pass. Stop them, Miss Hathaway.
Chief, what if they demand a combination of the vault?
Swallow your cyanide pellet.
Hi, Miss Jane. Where's Mr. Drysdale?
Jethro, Ellie Mae.
We's Bonnie and Claude.
It's Bonnie and Clyde.
Jethro, this is a dangerous prank. You could get shot.
Oh, no. These guns ain't real. Come on.
I'm coming, Bonnie.
You're Bonnie. I'm Claude. I'm Clyde. Oh, just stay here. You're gonna mess up everything.
Oh, wait, Jethro. The chief could be armed. When cornered, even he might put up a fight. Chief? Oh, excuse me. Is Mr. Drysdale here?
Nobody but us cleaning women. Turn your shoes, mister.
Where's Drysdale?
I don't know. I'm just an old scrub woman.
You look an awful lot like Drysdale.
Exactly like him.
Oh, now you've discovered my secret. I'm his mother.
Oh, his mother, and he lets you scrub floors.
Yes, he's such a wonderful boy. So generous. That's why his vault is empty.
You mean there's no money in the vault?
None. He just uses it to grow mushrooms. Poison mushrooms. Don't go in there.
Hey, what's going on here? What you doing messing around with that old woman? We're supposed to be here scaring Mr. Drysdale.
You dumb bunny.
I thought you said I was Bonnie.
I knew it was you all the time, Jethro. That's why I went along with the gag. I wasn't scared at all.
You killed me.
It's a good idea. Let me have your gun, Jethro.
Oh, you don't shoot, Mr. Drysdale. It's just a prop.
Oh, let me have yours, Johnny.
Well, it's just a prop, too.
Hey, you know, Mr. Drysdale, you make a pretty good Clyde yourself.
You sure do.
Say, Jethro, let me have that jacket. Oh, I'll teach that chicken bookkeeper to desert his post. I'll stare right out of his sleeve garters.
He's in there, boys, but be careful. He's armed.
All right, you little Frank. Now you're gonna get yours.
$7.50, and it's all mine.
Is that Lester and Earl?
Yes, that's Foggy Mountain Breakdown, the song they did for Bonnie and Clyde.
Well, this time they're gonna do it for Granny and Jed. You come in slumping the leftovers.
pleasure, Granny.
Say, Jed, you done a good job blowing Granny's jug.
Well, the blowing ain't hard. What gets you is fighting the feedback from the fumes.
Where's Gladys?
She's out in the kitchen. I'm learning her to make leftover loaf.
Well, doggy, you ain't made none of that since Jethro come.
Yeah, I finally caught him away from the trough.
Howdy, everybody.
Hi, Ellie.
Sure to thank y'all for the clothes in the car. Jethro and me had a dandy time.
Where is Jethro?
Oh, drove around the back. He'll come in through the kitchen.
Oh, no, my leftovers! Oh!
She'll never make it on them short legs.
Doggone, there goes Gladys's cooking lesson.
If she gets in Jethro's way, there goes Gladys.
Gone. Gone.
Everything's gone. Gladys. What happened to Gladys?
I'm here, Granny.
Are you all right, darling?
I think so, Granny. I was at the refrigerator, and suddenly I heard this frightening noise, so I dived under the table.
Frightening noise?
Yes, a roaring, grinding sound, like a giant garbage disposer.
That's what it was. But you're safe now, honey. It won't feed for another 2 hours.
Hey, there you are. Hey, listen, will you please bake a cake with a saw in it?
A saw?
He'll eat anything.
Oh, it's not for me. It's for Mr. Drysdale. He's in jail.
Well, aren't you going to come in and say hello to Mr. Flatt and Mr. Scruggs?
No, I am not. So just give them back their stupid wardrobe and props.
Well, instead of pouting, you should be grateful. I got you out of jail, and it didn't cost you a single cent.
It didn't? How'd you manage that?
I told the police we were filming a commercial for the bank.
And they believed you?
Yes, Bonnie and Clyde commercials are all the rage now. I ad-libbed a complete scenario for them.
Yeah?
Yes. I had all the great bandits of the 30s converge on Los Angeles and clean out every bank. But when they came to yours, they were foiled by Super Banker.
Say, I have a fabulous idea. We'll make a commercial where all the great bandits of the 30s converge on Los Angeles and clean out every bank. But when they get to mine, they are foiled by Super Banker.
Has a familiar ring to it.
And I will play Super Banker.
Oh, Chief, not those green tights again.
You're just jealous of my legs. Now, you get over to the studio and borrow wardrobe and props. I was going to make a deal with the actors. I'll get them for free.
What actors?
Well, Granny can play Ma Barker, Jed can play Dillinger, Ellie and Jethro, Bonnie and Clyde, Flat and Squaz will do the music, and Mrs. Flat will play Pretty Girl Floyd.
That's Pretty Boy Floyd.
Who's going to believe she's a boy?
Who are you? Jed! What part are you playing?
Well, I'm supposed to be a fellow named John Dillinger.
Who's he?
Well, it must have been one of them there financiers. Mr. Drysdale says he opened up a whole bunch of banks.
I'm the only one that ain't getting no new fancy clothes to wear.
Who are you supposed to be?
Somebody by the name of Ma Barker.
Well, doggy. What part are you playing, Gladys?
Well, I was supposed to be Pretty Girl Floyd, but I held out for the lady in red.
Who was she?
Oh, she was a very seductive siren who lured John Dillinger to his doom.
Now, why couldn't I play a part like that? You want to trade?
Well, Granny, I don't think this dress would fit you too well.
Yeah, I see what you mean. It's too long for me.
Mr. Drysdale, I think we got your theme song down pretty good.
You have a theme song?
Yes, ma'am. It's called The Ballad of Milburn Drysdale.
I wrote the lyrics myself. Let's hear it, fellas.
Come and listen to a story about the Commerce Bank, greatest in the land, and there's one man to thank. Generous and kind, modest without fail, that fellow's name is Milburn Drysdale. Melbourne was a hero when just a little tyke. To save his town from flooding, stuck his finger in the dike. They offered him a big reward, money by the bale. Gave it all to charity, said Melbourne Drysdale.
That's all. That's enough.
And wait a minute. You haven't heard the part where they begin to really praise me.
Let's keep it that way.
All right, fellas. Just forget the next 20 verses and go right to the finish. You gotta hear this.
And then a gang of killers come a-roaring into town, a-shooting and a-looting every bank a mile around. But when they reach the Commerce Bank, them killers turn tail, 'cause there like a bear stood Melbourne Drysdale.
Super banker, that is. Real nice fella. Y'all keep them deposits coming, yeah?
Magnificent, sensational. This song will become a classic. Well, I'll go round up the cast. We'll go down to the bank and start filming.
Mr. Flatt, Mr. Scruggs, may I ask you one question?
Sure.
Fire away.
How was he able to talk two internationally famous entertainers like yourself into performing this piece of drivel?
Well, for my part, he promised to use my new banjo book on every single commercial.
And what's your excuse?
He promised to get my wife a genuine full-length chinchilla.
That's a very expensive fur coat.
Okay, we can start filming now. Ellie and me's back from our secret mission.
What secret mission?
Mr. Drysdale sent us. Earl Scruggs and a 5-string banjo. You learned to play the banjo, Mr. Scruggs?
Answer the boy, Earl.
Yeah, Jethro, I'm learning.
Ah, good. Good.
Well, gentlemen.
Did Claude come in through here? Jethro. Him and me's playing Bonnie and Claude.
That's Clyde.
I like Claude.
What's that, Ellie?
That's what Jethro and me got on our secret mission. It's a present for Gladys from Mr. Drysdale.
Well, gentlemen, I'm sure we all know what this is.
Yeah.
A genuine, full-length chinchilla.
Lester, how are you at skinning chinchillas?
Not as good as that banker is at skinning guitar pickers.
Come on, Ma Barker.
Just call me Pretty Girl Floyd.
You're pretty girl, Floyd.
Well, Gladys ain't playing it, and I want to wear the latest style clothes, too.
With that outfit, you're back in the 20s.
It does make me look young, don't it?
All right, Lester, you get in the car with the rest of the outlaws.
We as outlaws?
Well, yes, you see, the whole idea of this film is to show that crime does not pay. It will be one big commercial for virtue and clean living.
And the Commerce Bank.
They're one and the same thing. Driver and Clyde, when next you see me, I'll be super banker.
All right, Mr. Flatt, Mr. Scruggs, you may start the music now. All right, action!
Have no fear! Super Banker is here. You have just seen 5 heavily armed, desperate mad dog killers enter this bank to commit robbery. But your money is always safe in the Commerce Bank of Beverly Hills because it is protected by me. By me.
Oh, look, Lester, it's Paul Newman.
No, it's Rock Hudson.
Oh, no, no. It is your heroic president, Melbourne Drysdale, alias Superbacker. Stand back while I throw the scoundrels out.
That'll teach you to keep me out of $7.50 reward. I hope you clean me out good. Come back anytime.
Dogged if I see how this is going to help your bank, Mr. Drysdale. But I reckon you know what you're doing.
Good morning, Miss Hathaway. Happy Thanksgiving.
Why, thank you, Chief. The same to you.
I want you to post a big notice on the bulletin board. Free Thanksgiving turkey to each and every employee. Compliments of Milburn Drysdale.
Why, Chief, you realize there's 65 employees?
Tut, tut. Just cook it with a lot of stuffing and gravy. Everyone will get a taste.
That's one turkey?
One bank, one turkey. I'll have it delivered to your apartment today.
I am supposed to cook it and serve 65 people in my tiny apartment? How cheap can you get?
Cheap? I had to buy 2 raffle tickets to win that turkey.
Will you be there?
No, it always puts a damper on a party when the boss is there. Everyone feels he has to be nice to me.
I wouldn't worry about that.
Howdy, Miss Jane.
Granny, Mr. Clampett, what a pleasant surprise.
Looky here, Miss Jane.
Oh, what a darling baby.
That's Betty Joe and Steve Elliott's baby that I took care of back in Petticoat Junction.
Granny is so proud of that young'un, she's talked the whole family and going back to Hooterville to see it.
We want to ask Mr. Drysdale to keep an eye on our place whilst we's gone. Howdy, Mr. Drysdale.
Howdy.
Granny, Mr. Clampett, happy Thanksgiving.
Same to you.
You want to see some photographs of the cutest little darling you ever did see?
Oh, I certainly do. When did you have your picture taken?
These ain't pictures of me.
Oh, and I wanted one for my wallet.
That's the little baby I took care of.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Granny's so proud of it, she feels like it's her own.
It looks just like you, Granny. The same sweet, soft, warm, angelic expression.
You noticed it, did you?
Say, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to open a savings account for that baby.
Oh, I done open one, Mr. Drysdale.
Oh, bless you, Granny. Well, I'll go down and add this to the account right now.
Oh, I'll do it. It's at the First National Bank in Hooterville.
Hooterville?
That's where the baby lives. We's all going down there and see him.
Will you keep an eye on our place over Thanksgiving?
Well, Granny, I think he'll run longer than that. According to Granny, Hooterville is a mighty fine little town.
Cutest little general store you ever did see.
Truth is, Granny's took a shine to the storekeeper, Sam Drucker.
He ain't only the storekeeper. He's the postmaster, the justice of the peace, the newspaper publisher, and banker.
A banker? Yeah, that's where Granny opened up the savings account for the baby.
He keeps his money in his post office. That way, it's protected by the United States government.
Sound like a mighty smart fella.
Good morning, Miss Hathaway.
Good morning, Mrs. Drysdale. Bonjour, Claude.
Claude and I are going to Boston. We've come to say goodbye to our daddy.
At the moment, Daddy is talking with Granny and Mr. Clampett.
Now, Claude, I feel the same way you do about those peasants. But we must remember, it's Thanksgiving.
I'll tell Mr. Drysdale you're here. Excuse me, Chief.
Oh, Miss Hathaway, please tell these lovely people why they can't go to Hooterville.
Well, your wife is...
That's it, my wife. She's planned a magnificent Thanksgiving feast for you people. Well, I know it's supposed to be a surprise, but I just have to tell them.
It's a surprise, all right.
Yeah. In the 7 years that we've been neighbors, she ain't hardly spoke a civil word to us.
And she's making up for it with this one supreme gesture of hospitality.
Chief, your wife...
Has been shopping for weeks, sparing no expense to make this an exact replica of the first Thanksgiving dinner in New England. Oh, it's going to be a real love feast.
I'm sorry, Milburn, but Claude and I have to catch a plane to Boston.
How do you like that? She's going all the way to Boston to personally select the oysters for the dressing. Margaret, you're a fussy shopper, but I love you.
Goodbye. I'll be back in 2 weeks. 2 weeks?
She is a fussy shopper.
Let go of me. Miss Drysdale, you forgot this, whatever it is.
Darling, come to Mother.
If you ain't coming back for 2 weeks, I think we'll go to Hooterville.
As far as I'm concerned, you can go.
Hooterville! Goodbye, Claude. Goodbye. How about me forgetting that Margaret's family celebrate Thanksgiving 2 weeks later than other people?
Well, I'll just get my pictures and say goodbye to Miss Jane, and then we'll be on our way to see the baby.
Hello, sweetheart. Where's them hayshakers that wants me to drive them to Hooterville?
You're not going to do it, are you, Jethro? You'd be bored to death in a little one-horse town like that.
Are you kidding, sweetie?
Did Granny show you a picture of them chicks that lives at the Shady Rest Hotel?
Well, no, but...
Them corn-fed cuties ain't never seen a big Hollywood producer-director like me. I'm gonna fetch them back and put them in movies.
But those country girls won't have any talent.
Baby, with me, they don't need it. I'm a star maker.
We're ready to go, Mr. Drysdale, but I think this door is locked.
Oh, really? Gee, and I don't have a key.
What are we going to do?
I guess you'll just have to stay here.
Stand aside, kid.
Sorry about the door, Mr. Drysdale. But when Granny's ready to go, she's ready to go.
Oh, look at the luggage. They're never coming back. Oh, quick, throw yourself in front of the truck.
Well, not.
Jethro won't run over you. He likes you.
That won't stop Granny. As Mr. Clampett says, when she's ready to go, she's ready to
You
go.
have nothing to worry about. You have a big insurance policy with the company.
No,
Don't be so selfish. Think of your beneficiary.
I had to make you my beneficiary.
I won't keep a penny. It'll all go for flowers, a memorial plaque, a choice lot. You'll have the best of everything.
Gee, get hold of yourself. You're losing your mind.
Say, that will get us both off the hook. I'll throw you in front of the truck and plead insanity.
I am going back to the bank.
What back? There won't be any back if they leave.
That is your problem.
Chicken, sunshine patriot, fake anarchist. All right, I'll stop them alone.
Mr. Clampett won't hold still for this.
He'll hold still. Where's he going on this truck? You'll never get away with it. I will if you don't rat on me.
I called Rucker's store and told Sam we was on our way.
Good. Let's roll, sweethearts.
I whipped up a fresh batch of my miracle medicine for the baby. I put lots of wolfbane in it.
Wolfbane?
Every full of the moon, the little fella sprouts fangs and hair and goes to howler.
Is that all you're going to tell me?
It's too technical for a layman to understand. Even us doctors only can watch and hope. We got to be ready for measles or mange. Miss Jane.
What are you doing, Jethro?
Oh, Miss Jane said some vandals stripped our truck. So, she's gonna let us drive her car to Hooterville.
Oh, thank you. I wouldn't let nothing stop me from seeing that baby.
I know.
Let's hit the road, lovers.
Want to come along, Miss Jane?
Oh, I'm afraid I can't.
Well, I hope you ain't going to be spending Thanksgiving alone.
No, I'm not.
We do appreciate it, Miss Jane. Gives me real class.
My pleasure, Jethro. You know, a handsome Hollywood producer can't be seen driving an old wreck through town.
You're right. Quick as I get to Hooterville, I'll have her ducked down out of sight.
Go fool around with Melvin Drysdale. Let's see him get to Hooterville now, eh? Let's see him get there.
Follow, Mr. Drysdale.
He's off to Hootersville.
Hope you find some fish and worms.
No! No!
What are you doing, Chief?
Oh, you traitor! Help start putting that truck back together.
Four.
It's the only way of catching him. Margaret's got my car.
Sorry, Chief, I have to get my Thanksgiving turkey cooked.
You help me or your goose is cooked.
Mr. Drucker! Mr. Drucker!
What do you want, Ed?
I just heard there's a big Hollywood producer coming to town.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Jethro Bodine. He phoned me from Pixley, wants me to line up some talent for him to look at.
I'm your man. Mrs. Douglas says from this side I look like Rock Hudson.
He's looking for girls.
That's all right. From this side I look like Shirley Temple.
Eb, I'm busy. I'm trying to get out an extra on this.
Producer picks sticks chicks for flicks. Boy, that's a great headline.
Thanks.
What does it mean?
Well, it's showbiz talk, Eb. It means this producer is looking for country girls for his pictures.
Is Shirley Temple a country girl?
No.
That lets me out.
Eb, I'm trying to get out this extra for Thanksgiving. You want to buy something?
No, but I'd like to put some money in your bank.
Oh, okay.
Do you pay interest?
Sure, 4%.
In that case, I'll deposit my whole week's salary. There you are.
$1.50?
Yeah, I got a raise.
That ought to make you happy.
No, it puts me in too high a bracket.
There's your deposit receipt, Eb.
Thank you. Now I'd like to draw out 50 cents.
Why didn't you just keep the 50 cents?
And lose all that interest?
Here you are, Eb. Help yourself. Just put the bank away when you're through.
Thank you, Mr. Drucker. Boy, this is the first time I ever opened a bank vault.
Well, don't get locked in.
Hey, I bet you're that big Hollywood producer.
That's right, sweetheart.
Sweetheart? Oh, you're looking at my Shirley Temple side. Now who am I?
Sam Drucker?
That's close. Try again.
Who are you?
Rock Hudson.
You wouldn't pull my leg, would you?
I would if you'd let me help you line up that talent. How about it?
You got any dolls?
No, sir. You're looking at my Shirley Temple side again.
Who are you talking to out here, Eb? Oh, you must be Mr. Bodine, a big Hollywood producer-director.
Hey, just call me Star Maker.
Well, it's a great honor and pleasure to meet you.
Same here, sweetheart. Same here.
Hey, Mr. Drucker, you got a Shirley Temple side, too.
Yeah, I got a bunch of Hollywood flunkies around to light my cigars and such, you know?
Can I be your flunky? I got matches.
Yeah, maybe. No, why don't you go on outside and keep your eye on the hubcaps of that red convertible? I had one car stripped today.
Yes, sir, Mr. Bodine. Yes, sir.
Hey, where's the rest of your party, Mr. Bodine? Mr. Star Maker?
I dropped them off at the Shady Rest Hotel.
Oh, did you see the Bradley girls?
No, I missed them. They's on their way in here now. You reckon they's moving material?
They're awful photogenic.
Well, we can cover that with makeup.
Is this your car?
No, Billy Joe. It belongs to my boss.
Gee, it's a beauty.
Watch out now. Don't touch the hubcaps.
I didn't know Mr. Douglas had a new car.
Oh, I don't work for him no more. I'm a Hollywood flunky now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I work for a big Hollywood producer. They call him the Star Maker.
Can we meet him?
Sure, he's in Drucker's store. Just mention my name. He thinks I look like Shirley Temple.
Shirley Temple? Well, come on, Bobby Joe. We've got it made.
The hotel today.
That turkey is looking real good.
I hope Billy and Bobby hurries home with the trimmings.
Jethro said he'd fetch him in the car.
I'll have Ellie come in setting the table.
You're awful cute. I reckon you're just about the cutest fella I ever did see.
Our prayers is answered.
Sounds like she's found a boy, all right.
How about it if I help you run this hotel?
It's Uncle Joe.
He's out in the kitchen.
Oh, that's right.
I like you. I'm gonna give you a great big hug. I want a kiss.
At least doing her part.
Real sweet. I'd like to take you home with me.
Go, Ellie, go.
Here, let me brush the hair out of your eyes so you can see.
Brush the hair out of his eyes.
Must be a hippie.
You know something? I think maybe you got fleas.
Okay, he's a hippie, all right.
How bad can a Hooterville hippie be?
Don't you worry, darling. I'll get into my old clothes and give you a bath.
Not before the wedding, you don't.
Handle this, Granny. As her paw, it's my place.
Hey, Granny, turkey's done. In fact, it's so tender this piece of white meat fell right off my hand.
Stay out of the kitchen, you turkey buzzard. Darned if you ain't as bad as Jethro.
Oh, so that's who you was talking to.
Yes, sir, Pa. Ain't he cute?
He ain't exactly the way I pictured him, but he's cute, all right.
I'll go give him his bath.
Oh, Ellie Mae, company will be here any minute. Leave your pretty dress on. You're liable to sit at the table next to a good-looking young single fella. Right, Mr. Carson?
Mr. Clampett, I'll be honest with you. Single, yes. Good looking, yes. But I'm crowding middle age.
Run along, Ellie.
And so I says to Carrie Grant, I says, listen, Carrie, baby, there's only room for one boss on this set, and that's me. I made you, and I can break you.
We're here, Star Maker.
So we are. I tote the groceries in for these here stars at tomorrow.
I ain't their flunky. I'm your flunky.
Hey, listen, kid, you want to come back to Hollywood with me?
Yes, sir.
Then start flunking.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Bodine, have you ever created stars out of complete unknowns like us?
Have I?
Oh, tell us who some of them are.
Well, there's been so many.
Wow, who's the blonde bombshell?
You like her looks?
Oh, she's a knockout.
She's my latest creation. Took her from a little old hillbilly gal and worked my magic on her.
Wow. Who's she?
She's the latest addition to my stable.
Boy, Mr. Douglas ain't got anything like that in his barn.
She's a movie star. Mr. Bodine's latest creation.
Howdy, Jethro. Who's all these folks?
Oh, Billy Joe and Bobby Joe Bradley. This here's Ellie Mae.
Hi.
Pleased to meet you.
Oh, this here's my flunky.
Oh, howdy.
Can I be your flunky?
Oh, you can if you want.
So long, Star Maker. Hey, just a minute. Would you like to go down to the pond and skip rocks?
Sure would. What's your name?
Take your pick. On this side, I'm Rock. On this side, I'm Shirley. And straight on, I'm Eb.
Well, I like Eb.
I'm blacklisting the both of you. You're through in Hollywood. Oh, me. That's the heartbreak of this business. I laid the world at her feet, and she done stepped on my fingers.
Shame.
Well, here's your chance. I need somebody to fill her shoes.
But there are two of us.
That's all right. She got big feet.
Jethro, get them groceries to the kitchen. The train's coming in with all the people.
Careful, Granny. You're talking to a star maker.
You get a move on or I'll make stars for you.
There's another one that's going to be blacklisted.
Is she in the movies?
Not anymore, she ain't. I was going to make a picture with her called Tugboat Granny. But she done asked the wrong producer.
Well, hello, young Mama and Papa.
Hi, Granny.
Happy Thanksgiving, Granny.
Oh, thank you, and the same to you. Oh, I gotta see my baby. Oh, what a darling.
Did you get the pictures we sent?
Honey, they is the talk of Beverly Hills. Everybody thinks the baby looks just like me. The same angelic expression.
That's it.
Oh, you run along now. I see Ellie coming with her new beau.
Okay.
Granny, this here's Eb.
Howdy, Granny.
Hello, sweetheart.
I gotta stop showing my Shirley Temple side.
I see you got the hair out of his eyes.
What?
Where you two been?
Oh, down to the pond.
Didn't your paw stop you?
No, ma'am.
Then you got to get married straight off.
That suits me. Boy, I like these fast Hollywood romances.
Granny.
Oh, run along now. I see my beau coming.
Oh, Granny.
Hello, Sam.
Brought you some Red Hots.
Ooh, and I'm gonna have some right now. They make my lips red and rosy.
What a beautiful girl.
I ain't even done my lips yet.
Mr. Clampett, will you say grace?
I'd be proud to. Lord, you've all got lots to be thankful for this day. You've seen fit to bless Betty Jo and Steve with a fine, healthy baby. You've blessed this valley with a fine lady doctor. And you've blessed us with some wonderful new friends. Mr. Carson, Mr. Drucker, Mr. and Miss Douglas, and a mighty fine bunch of young folks. And now, we ask your blessing on this food. Thank you, Lord. Amen.
Amen.
All right, let's all go in and say goodbye to Mr. Drucker, and then be on our way.
But Uncle Jed, I don't want to leave Hooterville.
Me neither.
Me neither.
I'm the first real live big-time Hollywood producer director these little old country gals have ever seen.
I'm sorry, boy, but we do have to go.
Well, why? I done got myself engaged to 4 of them.
Well, there's 4 reasons right there.
Well, I sure do hate to leave that. He wants to be my sweetheart.
You think you're leaving a sweetheart. Mine is the town storekeeper, the postmaster, the newspaper publisher, and banker.
Well, it ain't as if we're leaving forever. We'll be back.
When?
Oh, maybe at Christmas.
Hot God!
Andy.
But right now, we gotta bring Miss Jane's car back to her. Hi, Mr. Drucker.
Hello, Sam.
Hi, Mr. Drucker.
Well, good morning. Say, Ellie Mae, I think Eb is waiting in the back room to tell you goodbye.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Drucker.
Mighty sorry to see you folks leaving for Beverly Hills so soon.
Well, it ain't from choice. I don't know when we've met a nicer bunch of people.
Well, we feel the same way about you.
You ain't gonna forget me, are you, Sam?
Oh, most likely the other way around, Granny. You living there in the movie capital, surrounded by all them matinee idols.
I've had my fill of them Hollywood glamour boys like Bull Montana. At my age, I'm looking for more than just a pretty face.
Excuse me, but before I forget, I'd like to add a little something to the savings account Granny started for the baby.
Oh, fine, Mr. Clampett. I'll open my bank for business.
Yeah, there's a couple of $100 here.
Fine. Just drop it right there in the vault.
Did you go to count it?
Mr. Clampett, if you say it's a couple of $100, it's a couple of $100. There's your deposit slip.
Mr. Drucker? Mr. Drucker? I can't find Ab no place.
Well, that's funny. He was here at 5:30 this morning with his chin hanging down to here because you was leaving.
Well, we'll see him next trip. Let's be on our way.
Get out of that apple barrel.
Yeah, Mr. Drucker, reckon I owe you for some apples.
Oh, they're on the house.
That's right, Uncle Jed. When word gets around that a big Hollywood producer-director endorses his apples, they'll go like that.
He's going like that anyway, and that's the way we ought to go. Come on.
Jed says maybe we'll be back at Christmas time.
Well, I sure hope so. Oh, let me fix you up a little bag of candy for the trip.
Jethro, I thought you put them suitcases in the trunk.
I did.
Looks like they don't want to leave neither.
Eb. Wake up!
Howdy, Jethro. Are we there already? Where's Ellie?
Here I am, Ab.
You got to marry me now. You done took me across the state line. Hey, you know something? Beverly Hills looks a lot like Hooterville.
This is Hooterville.
Oh.
Eb, Mr. Douglas called looking for you. You got chickens to clean and corn to shuck.
This is a moment of great decision. I don't know whether to be a chicken plucker, corn shucker, or bullet ducker.
Get in there and call him.
Well, goodbye, Mr. Drucker. Sorry to have to leave, but our next-door neighbor, Mr. Drysdale, is looking after our place, and he's feeding Ellie's critter, and I think he's got his hands full.
What do these critters eat?
I've been trying to get them to eat those critters. Now, this place is a zoo. Did you know that Ellie has a full-grown bear?
Where is he?
Upstairs. I had to give him breakfast in bed.
He sleeps in the house?
He sleeps any place he wants to.
Well, cheer up. The Clampetts will soon be back.
Not a chance. If Drucker doesn't keep him there, that sneaky baby will.
Are you referring to that darling little Kathy, Joe?
That kid is another Bunny Parker, and it's my bank she's trying to rob.
She is 2 months old.
And already she has her beady little eyes on Jed Clampet's money.
Where are you going?
It's the bear's lunchtime, and he does not like to be kept waiting. Tell you what I'll tell you.
Your shirt's torn.
You should see these bed sheets. Rotten bear, rotten. Well, let me trim his nails.
Well, why did he become violent?
He didn't like the way I tucked in the corners when I made his bed.
I hate to mention this, but I'm afraid you forgot this little critter.
Oh, I'll never forget this little critter. We had Thanksgiving dinner together.
Really?
Yes. Everybody else had turkey and dressing. I had bananas and bamboo shoots. Forget it. I'm not eating with you today. I tell you, Miss Hathaway, I'm just about a... Oh, no.
What does he want now?
He wants me to give him his bag. All right, get the tub. I'll be right up. Other bears hibernate. This one lies awake, thinking of things for me to do. Nuts to it. I've had it.
He might become violent again.
Who cares? What have I got to live for?
Now, Chief.
I took a family of poor, uneducated, backwoods bumpkins and gave them all this. What do I get in return? Bankruptcy.
You are not bankrupt.
Well, I will be as soon as Jed Clampett transfers his $80 million to Hooterville. Oh, how sharper than a serpent's tooth is an ungrateful hillbilly. All right, desert me, all of you. But there'll come a day of reckoning. The wheel of fortune turns. Someday after that Hooterville highbinder, Shifty Sam Drunker has squeezed him dry, Jed Clampett will come to me on his knees and beg me to make him rich again. And you know what I'll do? I'll laugh in his face and I'll say, "Oh, Mr. Clampett, you're back."
What you doing, Miss Jane?
Believe it or not, he's laughing in your face.
Who's this?
Well, that's Ellie's friend, Ed.
What do you mean, friend? They's practically engaged to get married.
You're kidding. This hayseed?
Well, it's a heap better than anything you've come up with.
Well, I didn't...
7 years you've been promising to get a fella for Ellie. Well, where is he?
Well, he's a... don't worry, I found one.
Well, you're too late. We don't want any of your city slickers. Eb is a good, honest, hard-working farm boy.
Now, that's a perfect description of the fellow I've got.
Well, you can keep him.
Now, hold on, Granny. Ain't nothing official yet between Ellie and Eb. Who's your young feller?
Well, that's a surprise. Right, Miss Hathaway?
Oh, a complete surprise.
You say he's a real country boy?
Granny, he was born so far out in the country that the sun used to set between his house and town.
That's a fur piece out.
Well, let's go get him, Miss Hathaway. You hold him, and I'll put shoes on him.
Sounds like he's found a country boy, Granny.
Seeing's believing. He's been barking for 7 years, and he ain't treed nothing yet.
It'd be nice for Ellie to have a choice. Eb's a nice young fellow, but if brains was lard, he wouldn't grease too big a pan.
Come on, we've got to find a country boy.
In Beverly Hills? It's impossible.
Miss Hathaway, to a man who has bedded down a bear and had Thanksgiving dinner with an ape, nothing is impossible. Take your own bath. Rotten bear, spoiled rotten.
To Rita, best wishes, always, Dash Riprock.
What's going on here? Back to the secretarial pool.
Look, his autograph, a real movie star.
Out!
You better run along, honey. Old Grump-Grump's here.
Goodbye, Dashy Washy.
Goodbye, Jeannie Wee.
Scramsy Whamsy, are you firedsy wiredsy?
Yes, sir.
What's the idea? Just getting home from an all-night party?
Oh, I just came from the set. My agent reminded me it's contract signing time.
So it is. So it is. Yes, I think it will work. Homer.
Homer?
That's your real name. Homer Noodleman from Peoria, Illinois.
I changed my name to Dash Riprock.
I'm changing it back.
Oh, no, you're not.
It's only temporary. After the wedding, you'll be known as Mr. Ellie Mae Clampett.
I'm not going to marry Ellie Mae Clampett.
You're going to propose.
What if she says yes?
Then you'll be a very rich young farmhand.
Farmhand? I'm a movie star.
Not unless we renew your contract.
Please tell me what you're trying to do.
Yes, I'm trying to keep the Clampetts in Beverly Hills and their $80 million in my bank. In order to do that, I need a country boy to court Ellie Mae.
I was born and raised in the city.
Yes, I know that, and you know that. But the Clampetts don't know that.
They know I'm Dash Riprock, the Hollywood playboy.
Not anymore. You are now Homer Noodleman, the Peoria plowboy.
Excuse me, Chief.
Oh, Miss Hathaway, you know Homer Noodleman, the passionate plowboy from Peoria? He's hankering to court Ellie Mae.
Chief, you're joking. You'll never get away with it.
See, I told you.
Dash Riprock could convince the Clampett that he's a country boy?
Just a minute. Just a minute. You don't seem to think I could do it.
Well, of course you couldn't. The Clampetts would spot you in an instant.
Miss Hathaway, you are talking about one of the finest young actors of our day.
But Chief...
You've always said that he was one-dimensional. Personally, I don't believe it. This boy has scope. He has depth. He has talent. He can play any part. I refuse to listen to any more slanderous statements about this potential Academy Award winner.
The name's Homer, man.
All right, Homer. Now you go in there and give the performance of your career. And don't forget that mini pearl greeting I gave you.
I'll do my best, Mr. Drysdale, but I'm used to working from a script.
Aha, there's no problem. I've written down a few key country expressions. I'll put them in the crown of your hat. So whenever you're in doubt, you can just take a look.
Well, back so soon?
That's right, Mr. Clampett. And here's the farm boy that's going to make Ellie Mae forget all about Ed. Oh, shake hands with Homer Noodleman.
Howdy, Mr. Noodleman.
Howdy.
Hey, you look a heap like that movie fella. Dash Riprock.
Yes, he used to be, but he's given that up to return to his first love, farming.
Well, doggy, you farm boy?
Is he? Tell him what you've been doing today, Homer.
I've been out slapping the hog.
Slapping the hog?
I believe he meant to say slapping the hog.
No, he means slapping. They were in the corn.
That makes sense. I've slapped many a hog out of the corn. Come on in. Mr. Drysdale kept his word. He fetched over a fella for Ellie Mae.
Granny, shake hands with Homer Noodleman.
Howdy, Homer.
Howdy.
You any kin to Minnie Pearl?
Just a minute.
You're Dash Riprock, the movie actor.
Oh, not anymore. He's going back to the life he loves. Farming.
Is that true, Jed?
That's what he said.
Did you ever shoe a mule?
Oh, yes, ma'am. Shoot him out of my corn just today.
You better put a fence around that corn. Twixt the mules and the hogs, you ain't gonna have none left. I'll go fetch Ellie Mae.
Say, Homer, I'll bet the smell of Granny's victuals cooking reminds you of home.
It sure does.
Will you stay to supper?
I'd be mighty proud to, ma'am.
We're having sow belly and dandelion greens and goat tripe.
On second thought, I got to be home at supper time to, milk the crows.
Milk the crows?
Cows.
He talks through his hat a lot.
He's just shy, Granny, a typical country boy.
Well, go sit down. I'll get you both a cup of coffee.
Granny, sweetie, I smell sow belly and dandelion greens. Hey, who's that Rube?
That's Homer Noodleman.
Hey, that used to be Dash Riprock's name before. Dash? Howdy! Sweetie, baby, what's happened to you? Oh, I get it. You're playing a part in a movie.
Nope, this here's the real me. I've give up movie making and going back to farming.
That's right, Jethro.
But you can't do this to me, sweetheart. I told them gals in Hooterville, if they come to Hollywood, I'd introduce them to Dash Riprock, the movie star.
I'm sorry, partner. From now on, I'm just plain old hoedown Homer. And I'm going to be true to one girl, Ellie Mae Clement.
Has he been taking some? Is he on one of them trips?
Pa says there's a country boy here to court me.
Howdy.
I'm leaving home. First to find a bear in my bed, then Dash Riprock and overhauls.
You want to hold him? His name is Wendell.
No, ma'am, that's a rat.
That's a possum.
Well, that's what I started to say. That's a rat cute possum.
I told you he was a country boy. Now, why don't you two young people go sit in the parlor?
Okay, come on.
Ellie Mae, you ain't gonna sit in the parlor with that varmint, are you?
Well, Paul said he was here to court me.
Drysdale, if he's a farm boy, I'm a chorus girl.
Well, he's been away for some time, but now that his father's getting old.
You know his pa, do you?
Yes, a wonderful man, salt of the earth. You'd love him.
I want to meet him.
Well, I'm afraid that's impossible. You see...
Hello? Well, Sam Drucker, how are you?
Fine, Granny. Yeah, I just wanted to tell you, Eb has run away from the farm. We think maybe he's coming to Beverly Hills to court Ellie.
Good. Sam thinks Eb's coming to court Ellie.
What?
Sooner the better, Sam. There's another fella out here courting her, but he ain't gonna get no place without we meet his paw.
I'll arrange it. Mr. Clampett, I want you to meet one of the finest old gentlemen it has ever been my pleasure to know. Homer's father, Mr. Noble Noodleman.
Well, come in. Granny said to expect you. Yeah, sounds like Homer come by that honest.
It's an honest family. Like father, like son.
Granny, if you're wanting to meet you, I'll go fetch her. Sit in.
Chief, I hope this works.
It's already working.
Don't forget our bargain.
I'll keep my end. Now, you bring this off, and I'll give you the sweetest roll you have ever seen.
How about giving it to me now?
This is nothing. The roll I'm giving you is big enough to choke a horse.
I'll settle for that one.
Here he is, Granny. Homer's paw, Noble Noodleman.
Right, Jed. Homer does come by it honest. Well, come on in the parlor and sit down, Noble.
Well, now, hold on, Granny. The young folks is courting in there.
Oh, I forgot. Well, come on out to the kitchen. I'll give you a nice big plate of sow belly, greens, and goat tripe.
No, thank you.
Now, Mr. Noodleman, you know you'd love Granny's sow belly and goat tripe.
No, thank you.
Oh, now you ain't company around here. You is one of us. Come on.
No, thank you.
Excuse me, Mr. Drysdale. Could I ask you a favor?
Certainly, Jethro.
Well, there's this big sack of sweet rolls in the back seat of your car. Could I have one?
That's my sweet roll.
Shame on you, boy.
I ain't never seen rolls like this before, Uncle Jed. They was big enough to choke a horse.
Oh, that rat.
Make no difference.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Skedaddle, Jethro.
Gee whiz, all I did was ask for a roll.
Hope to forgive the boy.
I like him. He's a lot better than my rotten kid. What?
Oh, he didn't mean it.
Oh, yeah, I did. Howard Noodleman is a rotten kid.
He's having one of his spells. I better take him out in the fresh air.
Somebody yelling about me?
Yeah, I was.
Who is this old clown?
You see? He doesn't even recognize his own father.
Shameful.
You're rotten, Homer. You're a rotten, hog-slapping kid.
Who is this old nut?
Did you hear what he called me? Oh, he's a rotten, hog-slapping kid. You're rotten, Homer. You are rotten, Homer.
Give it to him, Novo. Hit him from me.
Hold it, Granny. This is a family scrap.
Mr. Noodleman, wait, please!
That old fella's got a lot of gumption. Now he's throwing rolls at Mr. Drysdale.
How could such a wonderful gentleman have such a rotten son?
Maybe the boy's been away from the farm too long.
Where's Homer?
Forget him, honey.
Yep. Go back to your possum. You're better off.
Hi, Uncle Jed, sweetie.
In the Sam Hill is that?
That's a girl.
I reckon I could have guessed that. What's this contraption?
Oh, this here is a hand-built, wedge-designed, custom-made rear-engine, turbocharged twin spear. She puts out 600 horsepower at 8,000 RPM.
Well, I'd have never guessed that.
Oh, Uncle Jed, I'd like for you to meet the newest superstar in my stable. A girl whose name is going to be up in lights from coast to coast. A girl whose name is going to be a household word. Miss, what was it again?
Jean Rivers.
That's right.
Oh, well, howdy. I'm proud to meet you, Miss Jean Jean. Is this your, whatever it is?
Oh, no. This belongs to CB.
Who is CB?
That's me, Uncle Jed, sweetie. That's the way I'm known in movie land. CB de Bodine, star maker.
You bought this?
It's great for my Hollywood producer image.
Where's the truck?
When I drive up to premieres in this rascal, folks will know I'm important.
Where's the truck?
My fans will mob me.
Where is the truck?
I swapped it for this.
I'll swap it back.
Well, you see, it weren't exactly an even swap. I owe a small cash balance.
How much?
$18,000.
Swap it back.
Oh, money ain't no problem. You see, I got this here rich fella to back me. He's what you call him, an angel.
Who is he?
You?
Swap it back.
Oh, Uncle Generous. Uncle Jed. Can't we talk about this after she's gone?
When is she leaving?
Quick as you give me the $18,000.
Swap it back.
Oh, don't ask me to do that.
I ain't asking. I'll get a move on because we're planning a birthday surprise for Granny.
Would you believe I got the car as a birthday present for Granny?
Oh?
I bet if I took her for a ride, she'd fall in love with it.
Jethro, when are you going to learn that honesty is the best policy? Now, if you just come up to me and said straight out, Uncle Jed, could I please trade in the truck for a new car? You'd have had my respect.
Uncle Jed, can I please trade in the truck for a new car?
Now, that's honest.
Do I get the money?
No, but you got my respect.
Where did I go wrong?
Likely when you got out of bed this morning. Take that back where you got it and fetch the truck home.
You know something? You don't deserve to have me for a nephew.
That may well be. But when I see the trouble that other folks got, I grin and bear it.
I'll show you. One of these days, I'm going to be rich and famous. The idol of millions. The biggest man in the business. And then you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to run away from home.
Excuse me, Chief. I thought you'd like me to remind you. Today is Granny's birthday.
Oh, bless her heart. Remarkable little woman. I want you to go out and get her a fabulous present. Something really breathtaking and spare no expense.
Wonderful.
And while you're out, get her a little something from me, too.
A little something?
Yeah, and a beautiful card to go with it. You know, something with roses and lace and sentimental poetry like, though your hair is very gray, may you have a merry day. Hey, that's pretty good. Never mind the card, just type that up and I'll sign it.
Right, Chief?
That's chief, as in Indian.
That's cheap as in skate?
Well, I guess I am being a bit too frugal, but if I could only think of something that Granny would really want.
I can show you just the thing. A few days ago, Granny and I were looking through this catalog, and we came across a picture of a hickory rocking chair, handmade by craftsmen in the Ozarks. Oh, here it is. She absolutely fell in love with it. She must have looked at this page for half an hour.
Yes, I can see how Granny would really like this. Okay, here. Have this framed and give it to her from me.
Come on, Duke. Let's go out and warm our old tired bones in the sun. These cold winter nights is kind of hard on us senior citizens.
Still say Granny'd love that little old yeller bomb.
Boy, I think I know what's best for Granny.
But if you just let me take her for a ride.
I don't want to hear no more about it.
You mean he's going to keep that old broken-down wreck around here forever?
Well, I don't say forever, but as long as she's still working.
On these cold mornings, it takes forever to get her started.
Maybe, but once she gets warmed up, she goes pretty good.
She's an eyesore. She's a disgrace to the family. Come on, Uncle Jed. Let me just push her off a cliff. We'll collect the insurance.
Duke, they's gonna do me in from a $50 double indemnity.
What kind of birthday surprise would that be for Granny?
It'd be a great surprise if you let me give her that little yellow bomb.
Now he wants to blow me up.
Listen, Uncle Jed, let's forget about the insurance. It don't amount to nothing nohow. First, I'll strip her of everything we can sell.
Strip me? So that's why Jed took my shoes.
Then I'll throw what's left on a city dump.
Now I ain't even gonna get a decent burial.
Jethro, I realize she's old and starting to fall apart.
Yeah, that's the truth. One good kick could finish her.
Nope. You ain't gonna kick her to pieces, or push her off a cliff, or throw her on a city dump. When the time comes that she can't go no more, we're gonna ship her back to the hills and give her to some poor kids to play with. As long as she can still get the job done, we're gonna keep her.
Oh, shucks.
Now, Jethro, you take a broom and sweep up all them leather scraps.
Give me that broom, I can still get the work done.
Well, how do you like it, Uncle Jed?
Boy, what have you fetched home now?
This here's what you call a dune buggy.
I mean, walking around a car.
Oh, that's a fella.
I'm glad you told me. This time I don't think I could have guessed.
They call him Medicine Man.
You Indian?
Heck no, Indians don't dress like that no more. Just angry young protesters.
What's he angry about?
Everything. You name it, he's mad at it. You see, he's a spokesman for the new generation. A Medicine Man, this here's my Uncle Jed.
Howdy there. How are you? For a spokesman, he don't say much.
That don't mean he's mad at you. He's mad at the establishment.
The what?
Oh, the folks that runs things. He says there's a bunch of spigots.
Spigots?
Yeah, there's a heap of spigotry in this world. But I told him you wasn't like that. You was full of love and kindness and generosity.
Uh-oh. Where is the truck?
I told him money don't mean nothing to you. You's a flower child.
Where is the truck?
I told him there wasn't no generation gap betwixt us.
Where is the truck?
I swapped it for this.
Swap it back.
But I saved you $15,000. This will only cost you $3.
Swap it back.
The spokesman for the angry young generation can't drive around in no Detroit iron. He's got to have himself a flower car.
Swap it back.
They're commencing to widen the gap.
You do as I tell you.
You're bugging me. You're putting me uptight. You keep on like this, and we's gonna have us a freak out.
There's one freak out already, and you're on the way to making it two.
I'll give you one more chance to relate to my generation. Are you gonna buy me this dune buggy?
No.
Are you gonna buy me this dune buggy for Granny's birthday?
No.
Then I'm gonna drop out.
What does that mean?
That means that young folks like him and me is gonna run this world.
Let me drop out myself.
I'm protesting you. I'm demonstrating you. I'm dissenting you, because your value systems is all wrong. I'm putting you down, Spigot, because you don't tell it like it is.
All right, I'll tell it like it is. You get that truck back here in 15 minutes, or you're going to eat Granny's birthday cake standing up.
Yes, sir. Come on, soul brother. That old establishment cat means what he said. Well, there she is, Uncle Jed. But she's in bad shape, and so am I.
What's your trouble?
I got identity problem. I don't know who I am. I freaked out as a Hollywood producer. I freaked out as a protester. I even freaked out as a freakout. And now I don't know who I am. I can't do my own thing.
Why not?
Because I don't know what it is.
I do. It's eating. We're going to have a birthday party for Granny. And you can do your own thing till you're full as a tick.
Well, that takes care of me. But that old truck needs some work if it's going to keep running.
Well, that's better than shoving it off a cliff or kicking it to pieces.
It's true, Ellie. Old Duke and me was on our way out to warm our poor old bones in the sun. And when I opened the door, I heard them talking.
Okay, Uncle Jed, it's a deal. I won't push her off a cliff, and I won't strip her and throw her on the junk heap. I'll just take her over and have a few new parts put in her.
Ellie, now they's gonna transplant me some new innards. So they can keep me working for another 80 years, I reckon.
I won't let him, Granny.
Don't doze off, Duke. You'll wake up with pussycat parts.
But you want to wait till after Granny's birthday party?
I'd best get the truck running good first, Uncle Jed.
I reckon you're right. Then we can drive Granny down to the butcher shop and she can pick out her own hog. Here's some money.
Hot dog! I can buy the old truck a lot of new parts of this.
Just get what you need. Here's your shoes, Granny.
I don't need them, Jed. I work faster without them. Look at me go.
Well, that don't work so hard. It's your birthday.
Oh, no, it ain't. I ain't got a birthday coming up for years.
What's the matter with you?
Nothing. I'm young, Jed. I can earn my keep.
You don't have to work for your keep.
I'm working for my life. Life, liver, and the pursuit of happiness.
Now, sit down and rest yourself. Quick as Jethro gets back, we're going to drive you down to the butcher shop.
The butcher shop?
Yeah, it was going to be a surprise, but we're going to let you pick out your own hog.
Oh, hello, Billy Mae! Hello!
What's the matter, Granny?
They's gonna transplant me with hog innards.
What are you talking about?
I hear you and Jethro scheming to get me new parts.
Them new parts is for the truck.
Then why are you taking me to the butcher shop?
Well, it's to get you a hog for your birthday. You've been saying you wanted to salt down some side meat, make sausage, and render some fresh lard.
Oh, you had me awful scared. Come on. Let's go get my hog.
Quick as Jethro gets back with the truck, he's out having it fixed up.
Jed, I don't want that truck changed. I love it the way it is.
You ain't going to change a thing. He's just getting a few new parts.
Well, how do you like it, Uncle Jed?
What is it?
It's the truck.
What truck?
Our truck.
What'd you do to it?
Oh, I just put on a few new parts.
Looks like more than a few.
I liked it the way it was.
Your part, Granny. Just hop up there on that old bench, and I'll drive you down to the butcher shop.
You ain't driving me no place in this thing. Looks like a circus calliope.
Oh, do these pipes play music?
It plays the sweetest music this side of Indianapolis. Why, under that hood is 442 cubic inches of raw power.
You get this truck back like it was.
But, Granny, this baby's got tack plods, a 3/4 cam, and 4 on the floor.
You do as I tell you, there's gonna be one on the ground.
Do I have to, Uncle Jed?
Well, boy, looks to me like it's neither fish nor fowl.
It's foul.
But, Uncle Jed, I done spent a lot of your money.
Well, you better spend a little more and get it fixed right.
Okay.
Can I go with him, Paul?
Might be a good idea, Ellie. Two heads are better than one.
Not when one of them's Jethro.
What in tarnation have you done now?
Ah, I done my own thing, that's what. These here wheels done give me my identity back. I got my superstar back, and I got my self-respect back.
Fine, I'll get the truck back.
Where's my truck?
Forget it, Granny. It's strewed all over the floor out at the garage.
Well, somebody better put it back together again.
Granny, I've had it with that old wreck. It's done tarnished my image for the last time.
You get that truck back here, melonhead.
Watch it, baby. You don't go putting me down in front of my superstar, you'll put me up tight. And I might throw a sit-in at you. I might even mass demonstrate you.
Where's my hickory stick? Where?
Come on, superstar. Let's split back to the protest meeting.
You take me out to that garage.
Sorry, baby. That would be a violation of my civil rights.
I'm gonna cut across and catch him.
You'll never make it, Granny.
Just watch me.
Hey, doggy, she's doing pretty good. She can just keep that speed till the next Olympics. We got us a mess of gold medals.
Well, here we is, back at the Citadel of the Decadent Rich.
Howdy, Father Emmett.
Hey, me.
My name's Hydrangea now. I'm a flower child.
Is the kitchen free? There's 30 or 40 more coming over for a happening.
In the kitchen?
That's where it's at, baby.
Jethro wants to have an eat-in.
I might have known.
Come on, group.
Hold it. The only happening that's happening around here today is Granny's birthday party.
Do we get victuals, or do we commence yelling police brutality?
You keep this up and... What in the blue blazes?
Chief, listen to me. You are making a mistake.
What do you mean? You said Granny wanted a hog.
But when she said dress, she didn't mean like that.
So the clothes came off the rack. If you think I'm going to have an outfit tailor-made for a hog.
Hey, Dale, Miss Jane, what you got there?
Well, it's a little birthday present for Granny, and just the way she wants it, all dressed.
Nigel, I know you're a city feller, but dressing a hog is a lot different than dressing a person.
You can say that again. It took me a half an hour to get his pants on.
He is rather a strange sight, isn't he, Mr. Clancy?
Well, not compared to some I've seen today.
Well, ain't he cute? Where'd you get him, Mr. Drysdale?
I foreclosed. I fortunately found a farmer who had a hog to sell.
It's a birthday present for Granny.
Ellie, why don't you take this porker around back and feed him and take care of him?
I sure will, Paul. You know something? I like hogs better than hippies.
Hey, where's my flower chick going with that fat drunk?
Drunk?
He's having a bad trip, man. He's crawling on all fours.
He's a hog. I bet he is.
He beats us in the kitchen, he'll wipe out our eat-in.
What's this?
My new wheels.
Where's the truck?
Well, last time I saw it, Granny was trying to talk four mechanics into putting it back together again.
Well, it looks like she done it, because yonder it come.
Well, there's nobody driving.
Reckon that old thing knows its way home by itself? Granny, you got it back together.
Well, the mechanics done it. I just persuaded them.
Good.
All it took was a little sweet talk and a club about that long.
Why did you have to push it?
Ran out of gas. Jethro drained the tank for that thing of his.
Granny, do you have to park this old clunker next to my groovy new rod?
Watch it, boy.
Why do you keep clinging to this broken-down old symbol of your backward generation? Us new breed of cats is ready to go to the moon.
Well, here comes your liftoff. It's a better car than that old pipe organ that he's got.
Are you comparing this bucket of bolts to my fuel-injected, custom-built bomb?
Yes, I am.
How would you like to drag me?
Fine. I'd like to drag you through 2 miles of berry bushes.
I mean racing.
You're on, Buster.
You can't race him. You ain't even got gas.
I got something better. There, that ought to do it.
Granny, this ain't no way to spend your birthday, racing with Jethro.
I can't think of no better present that I'd rather have than to beat the pants off of that blowhard boy in his fancy hot rod.
Ready? Jethro, I have made arrangements for the use of the racecourse facilities at Whiteman Stadium in the Valley.
I'm ready.
Me too.
I hereby volunteer my services as official starter.
Let's go!
Gentlemen, start your engines. What's the matter, Granny?
I killed my engine. Come on, old timer, catch him for me, and I'll take you to Indianapolis for the big one. Eat my dust, Jethro.
How'd you do, Granny?
I brought him off in a quarter mile. Never even got out of second gear.
Granny, can I have the truck back?
No, you can't.
Oh, please, Granny, I'll do anything.
Well, be a good boy, do your chores, respect your elders, behave in general. And I'll let you work in my pit crew at the next Indianapolis 500.
Thank you, Granny, thank you.
Yeah, let's have no more nonsense about that generation gap.
Oh, I promise, Granny, I promise.
Say, you seen anything of Duke?
He went out front with Ellie to fetch the mail. I sure wish they'd hurry. I'm expecting a letter from my sweetie in Hooterville.
Sam Drucker?
You guessed it, kid. That's my fella.
Oh, you keep him in the sewer jar, do you?
That's where he belongs, the sweet old rascal.
Here's you and Sam were kind of serious.
I guess you think it's kind of silly for someone so old.
Not at all.
Of course, I ain't no chicken myself.
Granny, you got a letter from Hooterville.
Let me have it.
Oh, it's coming with the rest of the mail by Pony Express.
Pony Express.
Come on, Red Rider. Come on, give Granny her letter.
The mails ain't slow enough. I have to have an 8 for a postmaster. This ain't from Sam. Take a whiff.
Smells mighty good, Granny.
Not as good as Sam's letters. Oh, this is for Jethro from Billy Joe Bradley. Give me my letter.
This one smells better than Billy Joe's letter.
Not as good as Sam's. This one's for Jethro, too, from Bobby Joe Bradley.
Hey, Jethro, couple of letters for you.
Now, listen, you little goomer, you give me my letter, or you and me is gonna play cowboy and Indian, and the Indian is gonna win. This is from Sam, that romantic devil.
It smells better than them other two. I'm pretty near scared to sniff it. Maybe you're wrong, Granny, but that smells like spare rib.
Told you he was a romantic devil. The last letter was ham hocks. And the one before that was pickled pig's feet.
Maybe you ought to keep Sam's picture in a lard can.
Oh, Jed.
Spare rib?
Oh, it's gone beyond that.
Well, doggone. Sow-belly.
I best go sit down. This is bound to be a proposal.
Now, Granny, before you get your hopes up too high, you reckon them fragrances could be on account of Sam writing his letters on butcher paper?
Oh, no, Jed. This ain't no accident. That rascal knows what he's doing. He has done stirred up the fires that I thought was banked for good. Jethro, I'd like to be alone while I read my love letter.
You think you've got a love letter? Get a whiff of these.
That's kid stuff.
The heck it is. Both of them beautiful Bradley girls has promised to marry me.
Both of them?
Yeah, they know us big Hollywood producers has always got lots of wives.
Not at the same time, booby.
Well, then they'll just have to take turns. I'll marry Billy Joe one day and Bobby Joe the next.
Jethro marries like he eats. Can't wait for the second helping.
Sit down, Jed, and I'll read you my letter.
Ain't it kind of personal?
Oh, you might find it a mite racy, but you're a grown man.
True.
If it commences to give you high blood, just raise your hand and you can leave the room.
That's fair warning.
Dear Granny, I hope you will come to Hooterville for Christmas, all of you. Did you hear that, Jed? He wants all of me.
Takes a bit right in his teeth, don't he?
Yesterday I saved my sausage, skinned my chitlins, and hung my ham. I hope you like them, sugar. Bold rascal.
Oh, he sugar, did he?
Read it for yourself.
I think that goes with the next line. I hope you like them sugar cured.
Read your own mail.
Yeah, I'm just trying to help.
Your fire's been banked so long he's done gone out.
Slow down now.
All right, you just make arrangements to get us to Hooterville, and I'll take it from there.
Fair enough. I'll go talk to Mr. Drysdale.
He's alone now, Sam. Lay it on the line, you saucy scalawag.
Granny, are we going to Hooterville for Christmas?
Yeah, honey, but don't bother me now. I think Sam's building up to a proposal.
Well, is Mr. Drysdale going to take care of my critters like he done Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
To hear that, Fairchild? Mr. Drysdale's going to be giving you breakfast in bed again.
Oh, no, he ain't. Not in my house.
Oh, but Fairchild likes it.
Well, I don't. Now, you let Mr. Drysdale board him over to his place and let him get his sheets all torn up with them claws.
Fairchild wouldn't do that?
He wouldn't, huh? Come, take a look. Look what he done to my very best. He's eaten my letter. Come back here. Spit it out, you hairy varmint.
I reckon he liked it because it smelled of strawberry.
Never mind that. Go get it back.
What's all the yelling about?
Ellie Bear read my letter before I had time to read it. Now I don't know whether Sam proposed to me or not. Jed, go ram your hand down his throat and fetch it out of his stomach for me.
I believe I'll pass on that.
You can do it. You got long arms.
Yeah, I want to keep him that way. Maybe Ellie can get him to cough it up.
Well, if she don't, we're having brisket of bear for supper tonight.
Well, good morning, Chief.
Miss Hathaway, are you responsible for the employees of this bank referring to me as Ebenezer Scrooge?
No, why do you ask?
When I came through the lobby just now, they all chanted in unison, "Here come the Scrooge! Here come the Scrooge!"
Now, Chief, in all fairness to the employees, you do not display much holiday spirit.
What do they want from me? I gave them half a day off on Christmas. I let them celebrate with their families.
Your employees can't afford families.
They're lucky they're not spending Christmas in jail.
Jail?
Yes, look what I just took out of my suggestion box.
shocking, vicious, sadistic. I should turn them over to the vice squad. And those are just from the women.
If you would only display a little generosity, a Christmas bonus, a few gifts.
I refuse to commercialize Christmas just to kowtow to my pampered employees.
It all hurts.
Right, Dale? Can I bother you a minute?
Oh, come in, come in.
Howdy, Miss Jean.
Clampett?
Hey, that's quite a blaze you got going there.
Oh, yes, well, you see, every Christmas I burn all the widows' mortgages.
What does it feel like working for a man like Mr. Drysdale?
Well, I'll tell you.
She just told me, she said, Chief, you're all heart.
What's that?
Mr. Drysdale's employees, they're staging a demonstration.
Go put it down. I mean, go talk to them.
Me? Sounds to me like it's you they want, Mr. Drysdale.
Oh, you're right. They love me. I'm a father image to them. Coming. I'm coming, children.
Granny, sure hope this operation ain't going to take too long.
It won't. Get my gloves out of the sterilizer and put them on me.
Sure am anxious to get to Hooterville.
Me too.
What else you want me to do?
Fetch in the patient, lay him on the operating table, and hold him down whilst I make my incision.
Well, that sounds simple enough. Who's the patient?
His name is Fairchild. He's out back.
Okay. Hey, wait a minute. Hey, you mean Ellie's bear?
That's right. I gotta remove a letter out of his stomach.
I ain't gonna hold down no bear while you whittle on him.
It's all right. I aim to give him a good, stiff jolt of anesthetic.
I for sure ain't gonna hold down no drunk bear.
Do you want to learn to be a doctor or don't you?
Not like this. No, sir. Not me. No.
You're a chicken intern.
That's right. I'll hold a chicken for you, but not a bear.
You scared of a little blood?
When it's mine, yes, ma'am.
Well, all right. Set up my X-ray camera. And if we hurry, maybe I can read my letter without opening them up.
Back!
Did you break up the employee demonstration?
Demonstration? It was out-and-out mutiny. They demanded the full day off Christmas. Oh, I can't control with these anymore. Get me a couple of police dogs and some tear gas.
Mr. Clampett is in your office.
Oh, that's right.
And here, while you were flogging the mutineers, they sent up this beautiful gift.
There you see. They need discipline. They love me all the more for it. It shows them that I care. Sorry to keep you waiting, Mr. Clampett. Oh, my employees gave me this.
Well, ain't that nice? I reckon a fella in your position can always use a clock.
How do you know it's a clock?
I can hear it ticking.
Yes, Chief?
Soak this in water. Quickly, quickly!
That ain't too good for a clock, is it?
It's a water clock. An old Egyptian water clock. Very rare and valuable.
Folks here at the bank sure must think the world of you.
Yes, they wanted to give me a big blowout.
Makes a fella glad to be alive, doesn't it?
Very glad.
Well, I'll get right down to business. First off, I want to thank you for taking care of Ellie's critters while we was in Hooterville.
My pleasure.
Oh, you enjoyed it, did you?
Had a wonderful time. Loved every minute of it.
Even the bear?
Oh, Fairchild? Oh, we're pals, buddies. Love that bear.
Good, then I don't feel like I'm imposing when I ask you to do it again.
Again?
Yep, we're going back to Hooterville for Christmas.
You're leaving me with the bear?
That's right.
Oh, Mr. Clampett, please, please.
Well, you don't have to beg, Mr. Drysdale. We're glad to give you the pleasure.
All right, Jethro. When I give the word, set off the flash powder.
Granny, this ain't no X-ray camera.
Do you think you know more about it than the drummer that sold it to me?
I know this camera can't take no picture of the inside of that bear. It's pitch black in there. That's what you gotta light up.
And how do we do that, Mr. Sixth grade graduate?
Simple. We mix a little of this here flash powder with honey and have the bear to swallow it.
Well, how do we set it off?
That's simple, too. Unscrew the bulb out of the lamp. Now turn on the switch. Now there is live electricity in there. But that bear don't know that because he's a dumb animal.
So?
So, we put some honey in there. Then when Mr. Stupid yonder sticks his tongue in to get the honey...
Would you do that again, Jethro? I wasn't watching.
Howdy, Miss Jane.
Jethro! What happened? You weren't set upon by angry bank employees, were you?
No, ma'am. These is powder burns from the explosion.
Were you there when the clock went off?
No, ma'am, but I was there when the flash powder went off.
Flash powder?
Yes, ma'am. I was holding it in my hand when I stuck my tongue in the light socket.
You know, Jethro, I'm not going to ask you any more questions.
I'd appreciate that.
Sit down. Take off your hat.
I'd rather leave it on until my hair grows back.
No, I promised. Yeah, well, what can I do for you?
I'd like to borrow your fancy red convertible to drive to Hooterville. You see, the Bradley girls think I'm a big Hollywood producer.
Oh, hi, Billy Joe. Bobby Joe.
Good morning, Mr. Drucker. I put your postmaster cap back on. We have 2 more love letters to mail to our fiancé, Jethro. And these are going to need stamps made of asbestos. Yes, we're telling him our plans for the honeymoon.
Oh, you girls hadn't ought to fool that boy.
Fool him? He told us he was a big Hollywood producer. He promised to make us stars. And proposed to both of us. And we both accepted. So, let's just see how he gets out of this mess.
Well, I just hope you don't scare the whole Clampett family out of coming to Hooterville for Christmas.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about that. Granny wouldn't miss seeing her sweetie.
Oh.
We know you've been writing to her.
Well, nothing like this, not love letters, just newsy stuff. Fact is, I wrote them on butcher paper.
Christopher Marlowe wrote some of his most passionate poetry on butcher paper. Come live with me and be my love.
Well, I bet Sam topped that. Come live with me in Hooterville, and we will all...
Oh, now, doggone it, you girls cut that out there. Granny ain't got a serious thought in her head about me.
He proposed. He didn't propose. He proposed. He didn't propose. He proposed. He didn't.
Granny, I just talked to Mr. Drysdale. We's all set to go to Hooterville.
Wait a minute, Jed. He proposed it. He didn't propose. What do you know?
I take it you didn't get Sam's letter back.
It's driving me crazy, Jed. I don't know whether he asked me to get married or to go fishing.
Yeah? Why don't you play it safe? Take a wedding dress and a bait bucket.
Bait bucket. Suspense is just killing me.
Well, why don't you do a little fishing on the telephone?
What you mean?
Call up Sam, hint around. Maybe you can find out what he wrote.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Now, look, girls, I don't have any more time for nonsense. Here, help yourself to stamps. Postmark those and put them in the out-of-town box.
I'll get it. Drucker Store. Really? Just a minute. Oh, Sam, it's for you. It's Granny from Beverly Hills. Well, we're going to have to start writing our love letters on butcher paper.
Hello?
Who is that flibbity-jibbity? Oh, Sam, it's for you.
Oh, that was Bobby Joe Bradley. Did you get my letter?
I sure did, Sam. That was a dandy letter. Do you remember what you wrote? No. Do you remember the question you asked me?
Yeah.
He popped the question. Well, Sam, it was sure sweet reading it, but it would be even sweeter if I was hearing it from your own lips.
You mean right now? Well, here it is. Will you come to Hooterville for Christmas, all of you?
That was your question?
One of them, yeah.
Try me on another one.
Well, I don't remember everything word for word. Where is the letter?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you. Let me ask you a question, Sam. I'm wondering what to pack. Should I bring something old and something new and something borrowed and something blue?
Oh, for the wedding.
Yeah.
Well, Granny, about that wedding.
Listen, don't you dare tell her that we're putting Jethro on.
Well, listen, Granny, we'll have to talk about that after you get here.
But Sam!
No, I'm awful sorry. I can't talk now. You hurry on to Hooterville, and we'll be looking for you. Bye.
Glad you're back, boy. We's ready to start for Hooterville.
Not me. I ain't going.
Why not?
Because I don't want to spend Christmas in the Hooterville jail. And Mr. Drysdale says that's where I'll be if I show my face up there.
How come?
Because I promised to marry both the Bradley girls. He says he'll get me for alienation of affection, a breach of promise, a bigamy, fraud, and something called a proli-noli dictum.
What's a proli-noli dictum?
I ain't sure, but he said they could send me to the electric chair.
Electric chair?
Yes, sir. And once you stuck your tongue in a light socket, you don't want no part of that rascal.
I think he was just green.
Leave him here, Jen. I just can't wait no longer.
Well, how are we going to get there if Jethro don't drive us?
Oh, I'll drive you down to the bank, and Miss Jane can drive you the rest of the way.
Fairchild's ready to go stay with Mr. Drysdale.
Oh, you don't have to leave him there now, Ellie. Jethro's staying home.
Oh, no, I ain't. The police might come looking for me here, and they ain't gonna get me for no proli-noli dictum.
Excuse me, Mr. Drysdale. I wonder if I could ask you another little favor.
Anything. The answer is yes before you even ask.
Thank you. Miss Jane, would you mind driving us to Hooterville?
I'd love to.
Wait a minute. What about Jethro?
I'm staying with you, Mr. Drysdale. I might need a lawyer.
Here's your friend, Mr. Drysdale. He's just a honing and a pining to spend Christmas with you.
Why, Mr. Drysdale, here's a present for you.
Oh, thank you, Granny.
Oh, it ain't for me. The teller's downstairs asked me to give it to you.
You sure love that man.
Well, let's go. Merry Christmas.
Merry
What you crying for, Mr. Drysdale? You got me, you got Fairchild, and you got this beautiful present. Sounds like a clock.
Yeah. I may let this one go off.
Nice presentation.